Good morning, all of you. Today's class will continue these addition reactions from hydrogen. So, as we know that three important chemical reactions we studied of the saturated hydrocarbons. So, the first one is like we can say combustion reaction or we can say burning. The second one, which we already studied, is substitution reaction or we can say replacement. Every time one bond will be replaced with some other kind of elements like hydrogen, chlorine, bromine, iodine, etc. So now coming to here, the third one is only the most important reaction, which is having our real life applications also. So now let us see that addition reactions, as we know that. So addition reactions only given by whom, guys? We already segregated that all the three kinds of hydrocarbons. So addition reactions is only given by two. Who is that? Anyone? Yes, please.
Unsaturated to saturated.
That is what. So I am asking who will give the who will addition reactions is only given by two unsaturated hydrocarbons. Who is that I am asking?
Alkenes.
Yes, that is what. So addition reaction means, so as we know that, first of all, substitution reaction means only alkanes will show. Addition reactions means both alkenes and as well as who will show, guys? All kinds. Is it as? So converting alkenes or alkynes, that is what we will say, unsaturated hydrocarbons into saturated hydrocarbons by adding some kind of elements like we can add hydrogen, we can add chlorine, we can add bromine, we can add iodine. Like this, all the things we can add and we can convert unsaturated hydrocarbons into saturated hydrocarbons. So that is what we used to called as addition reaction. So in last class, I already taught you one of the most important addition reaction. That is what? Who is the first family member of alkenes? Anyone? Who is the first family member?
Ethene.
Ethene. So if I have taken the ethene, so what is the formula, guys? All of you. Ethene formula. Yes.
CH2 double bond CH2.
CH2 double bond CH2. It is unsaturated hydrocarbon. Unsaturated hydrocarbon by adding the addition of hydrogen and the presence of catalyst. Who is the catalyst? Nickel. As a catalyst, as we know, it will be converting into saturated hydrocarbon. That is what we used to call as, what is the saturated hydrocarbon?
CH3 single bond CH3.
CH3 single bond CH3 is named as, what is the name of this one? Ethane. So this process is only we used to call as addition reaction. So converting unsaturated hydrocarbon to saturated hydrocarbon under the presence of catalyst. So by adding the hydrogen. If you'll notice it here very carefully, this reaction is only we used to say this addition of hydrogen to a unsaturated hydrocarbon to obtain a saturated hydrocarbon is called as hydrogenation. What is this process called as? Entire process of this one, converting unsaturated to saturated by adding of hydrogen, okay, is only called as, what is to call? Yeah, Raja Kavan, very good. Under the presence of heat, guys. Heat also should be mentioned. So this reaction is only what reaction we used to call? What is the name of this one?
Hydrogenation.
Okay, addition of hydrogen for converting unsaturated to saturated, hydrogenation we used to say. So now this process of hydrogenation takes place in the presence of nickel, or I am saying, remember, palladium also you can use as a catalyst. For our extra information, I am saying either we can use nickel as a catalyst or we can use palladium metal as a catalyst for this hydrogenation process. That is what we used to say. Now, this process of hydrogenation is very, very important in an industrial application. That is what I'm saying. A preparation of vegetable ghee. That is what we'll say. Converting the vegetable converting the vegetable oil into vegetable ghee. Vegetable ghee, or we can say vanaspati ghee. So whatever it is, both are same. So remember, vegetable oil into vanaspati ghee is only called as hydrogenation. That is what most important industrial application basically it is. So here also you might be notice it. Who is unsaturated and who is saturated? Vegetable oil is unsaturated, or vanaspati ghee is vegetable ghee is unsaturated. Anyone?
Vegetable oil is unsaturated, sir.
So vanaspati ghee. So or vanaspati vegetable ghee you can say. So this vegetable ghee is unsaturated or saturated? All of you.
Unsaturated.
Unsaturated. And vegetable, this one, vegetable oil is unsaturated. Vegetable ghee is what, guys? It is saturated fats. So basically vegetable oils contains unsaturated fats and vegetable ghee contains, what is that? Saturated fats. Now remember, this will be in a liquid state and this will be in a solid state, semi-solid we can say. Is it okay, all of you? Now, let us convert this one with the help of hydrogenation. So if you take the vegetable oil, it contains unsaturated fat which is in liquid state. So we don't know, you should not mention hydrogen. So we don't know that what is present in the fat. So that is why C double bond C, which is R, and here also R, here also R, and here also R. So what is this, guys? Everybody? Vegetable oil, unsaturated fat. Is it okay, all of you? Please respond. Unsaturated fat or vegetable oil. What is the state of this one, everybody? What is the state of this? Liquid state. Clearly remember. So I am not mentioning with the here with the hydrogen. Why, guys? Why I am not mentioning with hydrogen? Anyone? Because it is not the ethane, it is the vegetable oil. So vegetable oil not contains hydrogen and carbon, which will contain some other thing. So that is what I am not mentioning that. So what is this one, everybody? What is this called as? Vegetable oil. So now I am going to add, what I am going to add? Hydrogen. Understand? So hydrogen. So hydrogen under the presence of whom? Which catalyst?
Nickel.
Heat.
Nickel, or if you are convenient, you can use palladium also. But our class NCERT will use always nickel only. So go with the nickel. Under the down, what we have to use? We have to use heat. So it turns into like this. Check it, everybody, how I will draw. Observe, this is what exact structure you have to do it. So up one hydrogen, up one hydrogen. As I am adding two hydrogen, it will come like this. Is it clear, everybody? Yes. So this is only what we do. This is only called as vegetable ghee. It is or vanaspati ghee. So what is this fat? Saturated or unsaturated?
Saturated.
Saturated fat. Saturated fat. What is the state of this one?
Semi-solid.
Semi-solid.
Okay, now this is what it is. Now if you'll go to the market, if you'll visit any market in Pudukkottai or wherever it is, you can see most of our mothers also used to bring this saturated fat only to our home. That is what in form of dalda. You might be heard the most popular word during any kind of functions or marriage function or any kind of function. They used to say you are using dalda. Due to the dalda biryani and all, we cannot eat after like more quantity. We cannot eat. If you eat something, you'll feel like already it is filled. Your stomach is filled. Like that, will feel. Yes or no? Like we can say we'll get some kind of feeling that we are unable to eat more. Is it yes, guys? So dalda is the one which basically we used to find in a market, which is basically less cost. Vegetable oil is the one more cost, and vegetable ghee is the one is the very cheap cost. Basically most of the hotels they will use that only for cooking and all. That is why we will feel like when we are feeling, we'll get like overeating feeling. That emotion will come, we are unable to eat normally. Just 1 minute. Who is this Mr. Beast 0007? Either change the name or else leave from the meeting. That is the reason, guys. You see that when we are sharing the link with some people, this is what will happen. Who is this Mr. Beast? Do you understand, everybody? So now, sir, which is good for our health and which is not good for our health? This is what most important. So you might be notice we used to get fats from both vegetables, plants also will get, and as well as animals also will get. So now which one is good? So now let us see what NCERT is saying and how it is important or not. Now this reaction what we studied is most important, guys. So this reaction is only called as, we can say, hydrogenation of vegetable oil into vegetable ghee. Everybody should learn this because based upon this only a question came in our sample paper. Hope everybody clear. Have you written this equation? All of you? Once completed, please let me know. Clear, Maitriyan? Pradosh? Yes. Yeah. So now, let us see. Mukesh, I have written only two hydrogen, Mukesh. Vegetable ghee, only two hydrogens. Remaining R bonds is remaining. You understand, Mukesh?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, because I'm processing the hydrogen gas. That is why two hydrogens is replaced. Remaining it is same. So now let us see what is saying the book according to the book and which is good for our health. We can see. All of you take your books and underline. So this is what just we studied. So here addition reaction. This is what vegetable oils using the nickel as a catalyst, or we can use palladium also. So this process is only what process we used to call, everyone? Hydrogenation process we used to say. Okay. Now, even the real reaction also converting ethane into ethane also we studied. Yes or no, everyone?
Sir.
Yes. Now, this is the reaction just now we studied. Now, under this paragraph is very, very important. All of you please underline your book also and you have to learn from this question used to come basically. So, if you'll notice it, why in market and all we'll get this dalda and the remaining names and all, I will say you, as it is cost is less, but health it is not all good. So, as we know, who is containing unsaturated fats, vegetable oil or vegetable ghee?
Vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil, unsaturated fats, vegetable oil, ghee or vanaspati ghee, both are same, is called as saturated fats. Remember, in advertisements and all, starting that some vegetable oils are healthy. Animal fats generally contain saturated fatty acids, which are said to be harmful for health. So, animal fats contains whom? Saturated or unsaturated?
Saturated.
Saturated.
So is it good for health or bad for health?
Bad for
Bad
health.
for
Bad
health.
for health. Same way, oils containing unsaturated fatty acids, which are chosen for what? Should be chosen for cooking. Understanding means in the sense of what? It is good for health. So that is the same reason all of you note here. Unsaturated fats are good for health, but saturated fats are not good for health. Now, based upon this, you tell me, vanaspati is good or bad for our health? Everyone?
Bad for health.
Bad for health.
That is what the reason I'm saying. So wherever we are eating saturated fats. That is why you can see, particularly beef. Those who are eating without proper boiling, you might be noticed. Basically, Carolines they will have the more beef, but they will be proper cooking. But we people are like so many are inspiring by them, and they are having the beef directly without proper cooking. It will leads to directly cardiac attack. So means the fat cannot be digested by our bodies. Saturated fats cannot be digested easily by our body. It will leads to so many kind of types of cancers and lot of problems. That is why NSAT is clearly mentioning very, very important. Saturated fats are very, very important and they will be good for our health. We can use vegetable oils for our body and cooking also, but vegetable ghees, that is what vanaspati ghees or animal fats are not good for our health. Is it okay, everyone? Clear? Understand, everyone? Now, So if you'll go to market, sir, how to identify? Now, if you'll go to the market, for example, in our Pudukkottai, the famous one is like, particularly for these oils and all, we'll go to basically to Janapriya. Now, some of the common cooking oils we'll observe is sunflower oil, soya bean oil. You might be notice it. Nowadays, rice bean oil is also coming. Groundnut oil. These are available in market in the name of different names like Safola. You will get a fortune oil, freedom sunflower, and etc. etc. Different names it is coming. So this is called as unsaturated fats. So we people can have it, but if we'll take it, this dalda refined oil, the saturated fats like vegetable ghee, they are like a hydrogenation of oils. They are not all good for health. So these are available in the market under the brand names of, basically the most popular one is dalda. So dalda is a what, guys? Hydrogenation of vegetable oil into vegetable ghee. So that is what is called as dalda. And also we can say rath and pangat. These are the names basically we can see. And also like animal fats. What is the examples of animal fats? Anybody can tell? Animal fats. We will used to have something. Mainly, what is that name called as? Animal fats. Please. What is the animal fat you people will have? Will never have butter. You people will eat butter. Butter, desi ghee. So these are the things we used to call it as animal fats. So consumption of this one in a small amount is good for health, but if you are consuming a large amount, so this desi ghee and butter and all will leads to a lot of health problems. So that is why saturated fats containing this harmful for health if you are taking in a large amounts. So that is why always we'll go with for cooking and all. You can see so many of you will go to hotel and all. We'll continuously have ghee roast or else neigh roast and all. So that is not good for health because it contains saturated fats. So now I want to show you, that is why the consumption of dalda should be prevented everywhere in our kitchen and all. So this is how the dalda will be appears. Vanaspati ghee. Also we can say dalda. You can see. So basically, the vegetable oils looks like a liquid. You might be noticed in the bottles and all. And same way, the solid fat, hydrogenation vegetable oil will be looks like this, a semi-solid. Most of the hotels will notice this one, and even some of your houses also will be having this one. So we have to avoid this one to maintain the good health. Okay, everybody. So this is what is addition reaction. Now, sir, is this addition reaction is only for hydrogen? No. So we can go with chlorine and as well as bromine also, as I told you. And bromine, with the bromine is the most important addition reaction which we use to identify unsaturated hydrocarbons, unsaturated fats and saturated fats. So let us see how it will be happening. So other substances of this chlorine and bromine also will source this addition reaction with unsaturated compounds, and particularly the bromine is the most important one because when we are taking this bromine, basically we will take it as a bromine water. So bromine water contains what, guys? Bromine water contains what? Bromine. Okay, so for the reaction we'll take it as a bromine water, Br2, which contains a bromine. Can anybody tell me what is the color of the bromine? You might be studied in class 9th also. What is the color of the bromine? Anyone please?
Brown.
Yes, Adarshan, Pradosh, even
Red brown.
those who studied, I only taught for them. Red brown color. What is the color of this one? Red brown color. All of you should remember. So bromine water, if we can test it for unsaturated fats also. So if any organic compound, remember, contains unsaturated fats, means unsaturated means what bond, guys? Double bond or triple bond? Unsaturated fats, double bond or triple bond or single bond? Everybody.
Single bond.
Unsaturated means what, guys?
Triple bond.
double bond or triple bond. So if any kind of unsaturated compound which contains a double bond or triple bond, if I will mix with the bromine water, so what is the color of the bromine water? Red brown color. It will turns into colorless. So this is the test we'll use to identify the unsaturated compounds basically. So where the red brown of bromine water will turns into colorless. So this colorless is indicating that which contains saturated or unsaturated fats are present. That is why when we are testing the oil quality, either it is a cooking oil or butter, by the bromine water test, we easily can make it. Suppose if we take the cooking oil will decolorizes or not? Everybody decolorizes the bromine water or not? All of you? Is it decolorizes or not? Cooking oil, I am asking. I have given a cooking oil.
Sir.
I have given a cooking oil and as well as I have given a butter. Now you tell me who will be decolorizes, who will be not decolorized. We generally will discuss.
Vegetable oil decolorized.
Cooking oil or vegetable oil will convert the red brown color into colorless because it contains saturated or unsaturated. Unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay, sorry, fats. But butter will not convert the red brown into decolorizes. Does not decolorize the bromine because it is a saturated compound. So that is the reason a bromine water is a main test which will source to identify the unsaturated compounds. That is what you have to remember. Is it okay, guys? Okay. For example, I will ask you one question. Let me see who will answer. I have given you methane and ethane. Methane and ethane. Ethane. So now you tell me, is it possible to convert this red brown color into decolorizes? Is this compounds will decolorizes the red brown color of a bromine? Ishali, Kadri, methane and ethane. Think and tell me. I have given you two compounds called as methane and ethane. Is it possible to decolorize the bromine water? I am asking.
Yes, sir.
No. Why?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Sir.
Because
Saturated.
compounds. Both are compounds are what?
Saturated.
They are the saturated compounds. So they contains only what bond?
Single bond.
They contain so that they will never convert. They will never does not decolorize the red brown color into the red brown color into colorless or decolorize. Decolorize means making into colorless only. That is also remember. Decolorizes are colorless. Both are same. So that is what you have to remember. So addition reaction will happen along with the hydrogen. It will happen with the chlorine also and as well as with the hydrogen also. Any doubt in this? Anybody can ask. Are you clear, all of you? Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, I will give you one question. Let me see who will answer fastly. Within a minutes, like you should not take even seconds time also. So with less than 1 minute time, you have to say that. By seeing the question itself, let me see how many of you will say addition reaction will take place in what of the following compounds. That's all. Tell me fastly. Answer, please. Which of the following
C2H6.
undergo addition reaction? Yes, please.
C
C2H.
C2H6
Five compounds I have given.
C3H8.
What is the compound?
C3H8.
Yes, please.
Sir, first, second, last, sir.
First, second, last. First one will never takes place. Is it first one? Check it, everybody.
Fourth one, sir. Fourth one.
Sir, third one.
Fourth
Yes,
one.
the third one.
Sir, fourth one, sir.
Everybody.
Fourth one.
This much
Fourth one.
very, very bad it is. You cannot identify the formula. You can apply first one. First one, what is the name of this one? Everybody say it is what? Ethane. So
Ethane.
okay, not possible. Next, second one, C3H8. C3H8 is also what? Propane.
Propane.
It is not possible. Next, C3. Here, C3H6. It is what? Alkene family. Propene. So double bond. So it will be takes place. Next, C2H2. It is also what? Ethene. Ethene. Is it ethene or ethane? Ethane it is. Ethane. So it is a triple bond. It will take place. Next, CH4 is a methane.
Methane, single
It will
bond.
not take place. So what is the only hydrocarbons undergoes addition reaction?
TN4.
C2H2 and C3H6. Propene and ethane is the only things will shows hydrocarbon which will go under addition reaction. Do you understand, everyone? The most important question which will ask frequently in exam, that is what addition reaction, which of the following compounds shown the addition reaction? How many of you understand this question? Alana, Durga, understand? Sai Karthik? Very, very important. You should be able to identify first. If you don't know, you apply the general formula so that you will understand. Which is, if it might be take time, you can apply the general formula. CnH2n plus 2, CnH2n and CnH2n minus 2. If these two formulas are satisfying, then they are called as unsaturated hydrocarbons, which will undergo only addition reaction. That is what you have to remember. Substitution reaction only shown by alkanes. All of you should remember that. And addition reaction is shown by alkenes and alkynes, both. That is what you have to remember. These are unsaturated. This is saturated. So I hope everybody clear with this. So anybody is having any doubt in this, you just ask me. Otherwise, we'll go to the next important concept, that is how that production of flame, a formation of coal and petroleum, and why only some substances burn with or without flame. Shall we discuss now, everybody? All of you keep ready. Any doubt? Anybody? Please ask me till here. So, three reactions perfectly you should learn. One is combustion reaction, second one is substitution reaction, and third one is addition. Okay. Now, all of you keep reading. Coal and petroleum. Coal and petroleum. So formation of coal and petroleum. So as it is in orange color book, orange color in a tabular column. So but let it be. It is one of the important. So we all need to study. So we'll study this one. Now right. Coal and petroleum. So all of you keep eating coal and petroleum. So as we know that present days, this coal and petroleum is the major source of energies. So as we know, this thermal power plants, everything will run with the burning of what? Thermal power plant. Coal. Understanding? And petroleum is the mixture of hundreds of hydrocarbons. So by petroleum refining, we are getting petrol, diesel, kerosene, paraffin wax, petroleum gas, and a lot of products, byproducts we are getting. So that is the products only we are using as a fuel today. So as if you notice it here, a fuel which we are using as coal and petroleum, both are actually fossil fuels which having a huge amount of energy stored inside it. So that is the reason we are using as a fuel. Whenever we burn, that energy will release. Mainly, if you burn the coal or petroleum products, anything, only the energy which is present inside, the stored energy, will release only in the form of mainly one thing. What is that, guys? Anyone? What energy it is?
Heat.
That is what? Heat energy. So majorly it will release as heat, and some light energy also will release. So this heat energy only we are using for various purposes like cooking, heating water, running generators, thermal power plants for generating electricity, missions in factories, even boilers. You can see steam engines, and more and more, even our motor cars and all, petroleum only. Combustion reaction will take place, which will only cause us to generate the like motion, mechanical energy in the motorbikes and cars and etc. So that is why this most of the common fuels, if you take like free carbon or carbon compounds, whatever it is, they all are examples of fuels only. So if you take a carbon, basically coal. So we all studied about the beginning of this chapter. So coal, what is the symbol of coal, everybody? Carbon. So see, so now if you'll notice it here, the coal made up of carbon only. So these coals are so many different types we have. Either maybe it is a pure coal or maybe compounds of coal. Everything we used to call as, like if you'll take coke, coal, charcoal, bone charcoal, as I told you, this all containing free carbons like graphite, okay, coke, coal, coal tar and all. And if you take fuels such as like kerosene, petrol, LPG, these all are carbon compounds. So whatever if it is a free carbon or carbon compounds, whatever, if it will burn in the presence of oxygen, so they will release one gas. What is that gas, guys? Everybody? What is the gas they'll release? All of you? Somebody is saying CO2.
CO2.
Okay, very good.
Carbon
Take a free carbon, or you can take carbon compounds. So whatever it is, like kerosene, petrol, diesel and all, so if we'll burn the carbon under the presence of oxygen, it will release carbon dioxide plus huge amount of heat, and as well as some amount of what? Along with that, it will come another thing. What is that? Light.
Light.
So that is what you all need to remember. So if we'll take even a free carbons, what is the allotropes of carbon, which I already taught? Allotropes of carbon: diamond, graphite,
Graphite.
fullerenes. So these are the free states of carbon which they are not at all used as a fuels. Remember, because they cannot burn. So that is why we will use, if they will ask you in exam, who is the free state of carbon using as a fuel? So you can say coke, charcoal, coal tar, you can say coal gas, like these things. Coke, you can say, or else bituminous coal. Understand types of coal: anthracite coal, coke, charcoal, bone charcoal, like these things you can use. Okay, guys? And they'll ask you carbon compounds: kerosene, petrol, LPG, diesel, natural gas. These all are the carbon compounds. Like this, you all people can say. So now you can see that most of the fuels which you are obtaining today is actually from coal, petroleum, and another one is what? Natural gas. So these are the three fossil fuels: coal, petroleum, and as well as natural gas. So natural gas, we can say CNG. What is the full form of CNG?
Compressed natural gas.
Compressed natural gas.
Which contains major composition. Who is the major composition?
Methane.
Methane. So these are the main fuels which we are using in our daily life today. Everything. So these all are known as, these are actually obtained from fossils, means a dead and decaying of animals and plants buried under the earth million